Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I deeply appreciate you, as always. I am doing a giveaway at 8,000 subscribers. I'm getting pretty close. So if you want to be in on that, just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment, and you are in the running for that. So today we're asking advice for the next 7 days. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Take a moment, figure out which one feels right to you, and we will move forward. Also, if you want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. Make sure that you use that email because then you are talking directly with me. I do not solicit in the comments, and we just want to keep our community safe. So, my gorgeous darlings, it's time for pile number 1. Advice for the next 7 days. Advice for the next 7 days for pile number 1. Advice for the next 7 days. Advice. Advice for the next 7 days. Ooh, I just can't hold on to cards today. And all right, first thing that came out was the Page of Cups, the 4 of Swords. I think that you're being asked not to be hasty. Yeah, I'm getting that you're potentially manifesting something at this point in time. I'm getting that you don't want to be hasty because your emotions kind of took charge of you rather than you having your emotions but maybe not letting them. Yeah, because I'm almost getting like you're being asked to take a pause rather than being hasty because you are manifesting something. But you don't want your emotions, you know, like you want to be in charge of your emotions. You don't want your emotions to be in charge of you. So clarity on the Page of Cups. So we have a chance to move forward emotionally. Was there some kind of betrayal? We got the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Swords. I feel like you're going to have some kind of opportunity to move forward emotionally. I think that you should pause before you take hasty action. Let's talk about what are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? Hermit. It's interesting because both of these are major arcana. Hermit, again, is maybe taking your energy a little bit back towards yourself. But I feel like maybe this is something which will be greater self-knowledge. Advice for the next 7 days for the gorgeous and talented pile number 1s. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is taking action, taking fast action, but it can be hasty. And I'm just seeing it with this other thing with, I feel like we're going to get some more. I don't know. Maybe you might hastily, well, we've got a 4 and a 4 here. But we've got the 4 of Cups, which is not really prioritizing correctly. Being so dissatisfied with something that you don't take the great opportunity in front of you. So strength. Yeah, I feel like maybe, you know, take a pause. If there's something that, you know, I feel like you should think about the opportunity in front of you instead of just possibly just ignoring the opportunity in front of you. Because I do think that you can move forward. I do think that you should move forward, but I feel like it has to be something that is sustainable for you. With the Strength card, I feel like the Strength is the ultimate self-control card. because this is ourselves gently overcoming our own bestial nature. In essence, we are taming our own selves, not through fear. Why is this Four of Cups? Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like don't be too hasty, because there is an opportunity in which there might be a lot of generosity for you. I feel like you, if you're letting your emotions get the better of you, you do need to look inside. Because you don't want to reject your own manifestations. Yeah, I feel like that's something that needs to be something that you think about. Because you do have something that's, you know, it's like receiving generosity, receiving something balanced and real. And you need to be in a place where you won't be so caught up in things that don't matter as much that you lose out on that opportunity. Advice for the next 7 days for the gorgeous pile number 1, the Empress. You're a manifester. You're attracting things to you. I feel like being in your own strength and being in your own self-worth are going to serve you a lot better than just being in your feelings. Ooh, 7 of Pentacles. Maybe you have been waiting on something for a long time. And again, that 4 of Cups. Oh, yeah, this week is about priorities. This next 7 days is about priorities for you. Because this is a need to prioritize card. This is a need to prioritize card. This is, you know, maybe an investment paying off. This is, you know, perhaps that investment paying off. But, you know, if I feel like you may have manifested something, but are you ready to receive? Clarity on the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, because this is abundance that you're going to receive. But like there are more options on the table. You should be choosing an option in which there is stability. Somebody's offering you something real, but it's also like there is a need to focus away from what doesn't matter so that you can receive what actually does. Fork in the road, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the Queen and the King of Pentacles. The decision that you make is a significant decision. Like if you reject something that is a real benefit to you, you're kind of changing the course of, you're changing your road ahead. In a significant way. It's not insignificant. That's why you're being asked to not be hasty. That's why you're being asked to be as full of your own self-knowledge, you know, able to prioritize what does matter, what doesn't matter. Because one road is definitely leading to prosperity for you. For, you know, your manifestations becoming physical in this reality. Maybe something that you've been wanting or waiting for or invested in or something. Oh. But for some of you, you're going to have to walk away from something that does not work for you. because that's the thing that doesn't matter. That's the thing that might keep you from taking the opportunity that's really for you. So some of you, because this is walking away from something unfulfilling because it is not meeting your needs, because you can't fill all the cups. If you're doing it for, like, you can fill all your own cups, but you can't, if somebody's not filling your cups, whether it's romantic, whether it's financial, like, you may need to walk away from a bad investment. But you will have opportunities. You're going to have like a golden opportunity, something that will absolutely lead to prosperity. But you may have to have this line on things that you will, if something's not working, you're going to have to let it go. You're going to have to be willing to make a cut. It doesn't mean that you need to be hasty about it, but you do need to make sure that you're seeing things clearly, make sure that you're prioritizing clearly, because those are going to be challenges for you right now. And it is hard to walk away from something that you may have invested a lot in. But if you're going to get your golden opportunity, you don't necessarily want to turn down a golden opportunity for something that has not panned out for you. So, advice for the next 7 days, pile number 1. Animal, embrace your wild side, quite literally, with the Strength card. Advice for the next 7 days. So, advice for the next 7 days for pile divine flow. Eventually, shaky hands. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others. To follow the Tao, the divine flow at all costs. So, again, this is like a significant, like you're going to have something significant come in. I think that you're being asked to go with the flow, not be too, like, I feel like, and really pay attention to what matters and what doesn't matter. Excuse me. Advice for the next 7 days. There are no accidental relationships. People are placed in our lives for a reason. You may have people showing up, be the right people showing up at the right time. And you don't necessarily want to, not see that opportunity of the right person at the right time for the right opportunity. Advice for the next 7 days. Hope. So with hope, I feel like there is a need to have hope, have strength, go with the divine flow, not be in a state where you're so unhappy with the status quo, but you won't change it, or you won't make the choice that will be good for you. The opportunity is there, and it's harder. It's always harder to do than to say. But we've got daughter, and we have unconditional love. We have from and. We're going to get some cards for from. What about from? So, that Ace of Cups that is in the Four of Cups, that brand new emotional beginning. So I feel like you're moving from something into a brand new emotional beginning, or you at least have that opportunity in the next 7 days. So I feel like you've been manifesting you should have hope. You should realize that something is manifesting for you. You may have to go with the flow and realize that not everything may manifest the way that you expected it to manifest. But if you receive a brand new emotional beginning with overflowing emotional security, unconditional love, all of that's pretty helpful. With clarity on the ants, the Hermit. Second time the Hermit's come out. So you're going to have a brand new beginning and deeper emotional knowledge of yourself. But this is a fork in the road. This is a road that is beneficial for you. This is a road that's helpful to you. But you do have other choices that you can make. You can turn down this opportunity. But it will be something that you will have manifested. You will just simply have to recognize your own manifestation. So I hope that this helps you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 8,000 subscribers. I'm getting close. I want to thank you all. Just make sure that you are subscribed and comment if you want to be in the running for that. If you want to book with me, my email is in the description right below the timestamps. So just make sure you use that, because then you're absolutely talking to me. Just because sometimes people pretend in the comments to be readers, and we want to make sure that you're actually being taken care of, looked out for, because you deserve that. So my gorgeous pile number 2s. Advice for the next 7 days. Advice for the next 7 days for the pile number 2. For pile number 2. Hierophant, commitment, some kind of hierarchy. Ooh, 9 of, interesting. It does look like you definitely have an opportunity of receiving some kind of win, some kind of victory. But I think that you do need to pay attention to the people who are up to sneaky business, up to, looking out for themselves and not taking care of other people. I feel like you do need to pay attention. We've got the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is having a barrier. Maybe it is also being a little bit tired of fighting, but even if you are tired of fighting, I'm seeing victory coming up for you. So feel like don't ignore red flags regarding people. Yeah, you're being asked to not be naive. It's not that there isn't any good in people, but people need to make the decision to do that. It doesn't make, I feel like just being, naively hoping towards somebody who actively is harmful, that's foolish. So we've got you may want to like give somebody the greatest benefit of the doubt, but do they deserve that benefit of the doubt? I think that you need to be asking, because I do feel like you do need to protect yourself. I do see a win on your horizon, but like, we don't get to choose how other people act. So, for some of you, there might be some kind of serious commitment, some kind of a thing coming coming up for you, or a lot of financial abundance. I do get that, you know, there's some kind of tired energy, but I'm getting that it's definitely worth still going forward for your own victory. But I'm getting, like, if somebody has repeatedly given you reasons not to trust him, I suggest that you don't trust him. Because they can, you know, it's not that they can't change, but they're going to change on their own, for their own reasons. And usually with a lot of difficulty, even if they want to do that, which no counting on it. So but I do see some kind of commitment for you. So clarity on the Hierophant, Star, wish fulfillment. Ooh. I do think that there is somebody that you need to be a little bit, you know, like you do need to be, you know that you're going to receive something very significant spiritually, that maybe some of you might receive like financial, some of you might receive a very strong relationship. But there's so, you know, like, I'm just getting, don't ignore red flags here. And I don't think that the 5 of Swords or the 7 of Swords person is the person that you're going to receive all this success from. So just know that I feel like you're going to receive some kind of recognition, because this is, you know, societal kind of recognition. So is this. Wish fulfillment. This is spiritual. This is spiritual. Yeah. I keep on hearing the term Pollyanna. So, doesn't mean, you know, like, if somebody's going to be your friend, or, you know, somebody that you should trust, you need to, like, they need to be demonstrating trustworthy behavior. That's all I'm getting. Like, don't expect somebody, you know, like, it's just coming out real strong, so, really strong, so, all right, advice for the next 7 days. Tower. You might have a tower moment with somebody who is, you know, selfish, dishonest. If you've been building something up with them, something's going to fall apart in order for you to build something that is steady and stable. Advice for the next 7 days. Emperor. Yeah, I feel like you're going to build something with somebody who's very solid. Not somebody who's coming in and out of your life and causing mayhem. Page of Cups. I feel like right now it's a time for emotional maturity. Okay, again, this is something I'm hearing in my head, but so this is not from me, this is from Spirit, but get yourself together. You have everything it will take to overcome whatever is in front of you. If you have a tower moment, it is going to be because it's kind of like a tower that's happening for you, because it's going to clear out people who are sneaky, dishonest, cruel. Like, those aren't, I mean, you absolutely do deserve better. The universe is making that happen, but the tower is going to clear out what you can't keep building on. Advice for the next 7 days. Now, it doesn't have to be somebody romantic. It can just be like somebody that you decided to maybe naively keep giving chances to. But you're not somebody that, like, you're not this page, you're the bear. You're somebody like, it's almost like you're going to receive so much abundance, so much of what you actually deserve, but you may need to stop trying to make something, or just stop giving somebody a chance. It's up to them whether they live up to the behavior that's okay. If somebody is failing to live up to the low bar of being a decent human being, there's only so many chances you need to give somebody. They'll probably have more chances, but you don't have to do it. Advice for the next 7 days. There may be some heartache. If there's heartache, it's because somebody was being unfair, sneaky. Advice for the next 7 days. 2 of Swords. It's literally in the 5 of Swords, which is them holding the 2 swords and the 3 swords on the floor. So 3 swords on the floor being heartbreak. The 2 swords is mental conflict. So, I mean, there could be some mental conflict. And the 7 is kind of just magnifying that 5 of Swords. So, I think that there is a need to have some mental clarity. You may receive, if you keep on trying to build something with somebody who is dishonest, whether it's like working for, like, you may receive a tower moment. There might be some heartbreak. I feel like there is a need to defend yourself. There's a need to, I'm hearing defend yourself. And again, I see victory for you. I see success for you. But there's got to be a significant change. Advice for the next 7 days. Patience. Advice for the next 7 days. Elevator, rise above. I feel like you may, I feel like maybe not be very reactive and rise above the situation. Right now, stay in the present and do not get too far ahead in the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing will come that can't be, nothing more will come that can be handled in any moment. Again, it started with victory for you, but there might be some sign or situation in your life that may come into a head in the next 7 days. Advice for the next 7 days. Small gestures can be a bigger deal than you know. So, I don't know. I feel like the small kind gestures that we make, those matter. I feel like be very present in the now. Be willing to rise above whatever comes your way. If something is going away, it is clearing the way for something much better for you. But I think that you do need to be patient. And you may have to face some kind of fears, some kind of illusions that you have. Because you're going to get some knowledge. And that knowledge is part of what's necessary for this Ten of Pentacles to happen. But it may come from maybe some kind of illusion dispelling for you. Maybe it's going to come by, because when you're dealing with the moon, that's illusion and fear sometimes, but it's also the subconscious and the emotional. And the best way to navigate that is with our inner knowing. Unfortunately, we often confuse our inner knowing with fear. But the real big way to tell the difference is fear. You'll get those fight or flight reactions. You'll have those physiological, freakouts. It sounds very loud, but when you're really deep in your intuition, it's not very loud. It's those things that we often drown out. It's like, nah, it couldn't be that. So I feel like the more that you can rise above, the more that you can be calm, the more that you're going to be able to see through. We've got OMG. We have she. I don't know if this was regarding somebody who's a feminine person. So even if something falls apart, like it's ultimately for your luck. It may not feel like it. We certainly don't want to lose. But sometimes we need to lose so we gain. So we've got this merman. He always reminds me of a Capricorn, even though that's an earth sign. Of course, Pisces, any of our beautiful water signs. But I feel like there's a need to, rather than being at the mercy of our own emotions, being the master of our emotions right now. We have the little kitten. It's very cute. So OMG, like there might be some kind of moment of shock with the kitten. Ooh, and we have the mice. That is an interesting mix. Now the kitten is often something that's cute, fluffy, sweet. But the kitten is a threat to the mouse. But also this can be those niggling emotions. I feel like this could be the part of you that, doesn't feel like something's right. I feel like if you feel like something's not right, you need to trust yourself that something's not right. Yeah, I feel like just if something doesn't feel right, trust yourself. Rise above. Be in charge of your emotions. Don't let your emotions cause you to have some kind of loss. So I've got the I think that you need to be confident in yourself. You're being asked to be confident in yourself. We've got she. I'm going to get some clarity on the she. We've got the Queen of Swords and the bouquet. The bouquet is about appreciation. The Queen of Swords is about boundaries. So I do feel like make sure your boundaries are good. There is like a need to look out for yourself. And we've got the little black heart with the bear. Just know that emotionally you're going to be able to overcome whatever is in front of you. But you know, if you're getting intuition that you shouldn't be trusting somebody, don't second guess that. Just trust that that's something that you should be paying attention to. Don't ignore those niggling little feelings. I wish you so much luck, and with deep respect. If you do want to book a reading with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. And if you do want to be part of the giveaway at 8,000 subscribers, make sure that you are subscribed and you comment, and you will be in the running for that. I will be giving away 2 free readings. So my gorgeous pile number 3. Okay. Advice for the next 7 days. I feel like being proactive. Yeah. You're being asked to be proactive. Because there is some kind of inspiration. Maybe some kind of inspiration that you are going to be communicating about. So, you're being asked to be proactive, take action. This could be towards something that you've already invested in before, or something that planting seeds towards something that you want to grow. With the 6 of Cups. Now, 6 of Cups is nostalgia. It's also love. So, clarity on the 6 of Cups. And it's also like these deeper friendships. We've got prosperity. And we've got the fish and the bear. Fish is prosperity. The bear is being able to overcome anything that is in your way. But I'm getting that ball's in your court. The action is on you. And there is a really emotionally satisfying payoff for you. Advice for the next 7 days. Page of Cups. All right. Again, this is not me. This is what is going on. This is what I'm hearing. But I heard, what are you doing? And it came out with that Page of Cups. I feel like right now it's a time for action. It's time. It's already time to be emotionally mature already. Something needs to be balanced. And it is going to, you know, it has absolutely something that is beneficial for you. I feel like I need clarity on this Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. It's like, instead of being in your emotions, which, you know, emotions are real, we all have them. It's not about not being an emotional person, but it is about not being, you know, at the mercy of your emotions, not on top of your things, because I'm getting action. Right now, you're supposed to be making something real happen. So I feel like the universe is trying to give you some kind of pep talk. Advice for the next 7 days. 3 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups. I mean, for some of you, are you making a choice between something that will make you really happy, or something that is maybe emotionally satisfying at the minute? I mean, this is a celebration card, but this is long-term happiness. And this is not something that's as secure. Like the figures are literally falling in the card. So I don't know if you need to balance something out in a relationship, or maybe you just need to think of long-term benefits rather than short-term benefits. But you're being asked to take action. Sometimes there's no action to take, but that's not what we're getting here. We're getting, make sure that you're acting in a just way. Make sure that you're having balanced, that you've got your own balance together, and that you're having balanced situations in your life. Advice for the next 7 days. We got 7 of Wands. Advice for the next 7 days. The Magician. The 3 of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. Is this your heartbreak? Is this potentially okay? I mean, this might be different for some of you, but there's definitely somebody who got heartbroken. This might not be you. This might be somebody else. But I think between the Justice and the 6 of Cups, there is maybe some kind of possibility of reconciliation somewhere. But there is a broken heart and somebody that is not going to put up with certain things. So just like be aware that this person is has some pretty hard lines in so we've got the 7 of Wands. Now the 7 of Wands can be barriers, but we have also manifestation. Like we do have with the Magician. I feel like the universe is trying to say that you have all the tools necessary to manifest what you want. I don't know, maybe you might not be emotionally open because of heartbreak, but you're going to have some kind of opportunity. We've got the 7 of Wands. I'm going to get some clarity on the 7 of Wands Five of Pentacles. There's some kind of situation in which maybe there was heartbreak because someone was left out in the cold. Clarity on this Magician. I feel like in order to manifest, there's a need to be courageous. There's a need to be strong. There's a need to be in control of your own inner self. Clarity on the Three of Swords. There's definitely a chance for some kind of reconciliation regarding heartbreak. Maybe it's not romantic heartbreak. It could just be something that fell through, something that caused loss. But there is a chance for things to be balanced. But I feel like there does need to be some kind of harmony in that. Clarity on the Queen of Swords. Chariot. So even if you're dealing with somebody who maybe has some really hard boundaries about what they will and what they won't deal with, there is definitely a way of moving forward. So Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. I think that we need to deal with this being left out in the cold. A fork in the road. You're going to have an opportunity to make a significant decision. And it's a decision that can lead to significant abundance on top of the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a lot of ability to move things forward, but I think that things need to be balanced. And there is a choice between things being in a state of lack or being in a state of abundance. Advice for the next 7 days, pile number 3. Change. Expansiveness. Oh, sorry with my not so steady hands. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. Now you do have like things that you can control, actions that you can take, but I'm getting like there is some kind of change that you may need to become comfortable with, because change will happen whether we want it to or not. And literally, it's a crossroads on a crossroads. You are on a crossroads. And you need to be careful of your ego that may be keeping you in a state of lack when you should be moving forward. Maybe because you're deep in your feelings, but you're not, I mean, like there's an ability to be emotionally mature here. We've got expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So I think that, especially on top of strength, I feel like you may be receiving some kind of ego check. Maybe like some kind of change is going to happen. Patience. But I feel like you're being asked to also be a part of that change. Why is patience here? Are you being patient? Do you need to be patient? Clarity on patience. Are you exercising patience, or are you creating a prison for yourself? Of all sorts of thoughts that aren't necessarily true. Advice for the next 7 days. But like for the next 7 days, you're definitely going to have the ability to change, to grow. You might have to check your ego because it might be keeping you stuck in a way that you don't need to be. Trust yourself and the process. But the process requires at least some action. So, ooh, I think that this is the first time I've got both of these out at once. So there are 2 of these charms in here. It is the red hat. The red hat is about using your head, acting with confidence. It's almost like if you use your head and act with confidence, somebody else is going to use their head and act with confidence as well. We also have the letter H and the letter X. We have a heart and a winding road. Some of you, like, there's somebody that's, I don't know if they're coming back, but you definitely have an ability to make a choice, maybe make a change that it'll lead to there being some kind of reunion. So this isn't 100% reunion. This is dependent on action, something, because there's a split in the road. We have appreciation. So show the people that you appreciate, that you do appreciate them. And it's going to help for things being peaceful. So I do think that there's so much more than what we can, really control. We have control of ourselves, but right now you're at a crossroads on how you move forward. And, there is some potential for peace when there's been heartbreak, and justice. But I feel like it's not about living in a prison of your own thoughts. You are getting, with those wands, you're getting some kind of inspiration. We also have the 3 of Cups. They're like, so some of you, I don't know if there's a 3-party situation, because we had the 3 of Swords. But we also, I feel like there may even just be like, are you taking it seriously? Like, because I think that you're being asked for, like, you're going to have opportunities at real joy. So, for something to, but it's like you do need to, like, move things forward in order to be successful, for things to just not be potential, for things to be more than the potential of what they could be, to what they actually will be. You have the strength, but there's a need to have some emotional maturity. Make sure that you're getting the abundance and peace that will really make you happy, that maybe you have been manifesting. Yeah, but this level of happiness requires self-control and strength and courage. As much as we do attract things to us, sometimes we have to take some kind of action. Again, if we win the lottery, we probably at some point needed to buy a ticket. Not claiming you need to win the lottery or that you should buy a ticket, but if you're not putting in what you need to put in, maybe it's sometimes the universe can't give it back to you. So keep in mind, but just know justice, peace is there for you. But is this patience or is this inaction? Because you have a fork in the road, and there is something to do with heartbreak. So I hope that this helps you. I deeply, deeply appreciate you. As always, if you do want to book a reading with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. And if you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 8,000 subscribers. So be subscribed and comment, and you're in the running for that. Thank you so much. It's time for pile number 4. What should you do in the next 7 days? What should you do in the next 7 days? Advice for the next 7 days. I feel like you're being asked to be brave, maybe take some kind of risk. But at the same time, be emotionally balanced. But you're going to receive a cessation of things being so rough. Things are moving on to calmer waters. For some of you, you will maybe be bringing in somebody who will offer you nurturing, who will be an emotionally mature person. For others of you, I feel like you're going to, have to take some kind of risk to move forward emotionally, but you can do it in a very emotionally balanced and emotionally mature way that's going to leave you, I feel like this is a risk worth taking. Advice for the next 7 days. The Lovers. Lovers is a choice, but it is also, love and connection. And so you might have an opportunity to take a risk towards mutual love and affection. With the Wheel of Fortune, this could be somebody that you have a significant bond with, or, we've got the Tower. That's the first one that's not so great here. And the 3 of Swords. Now, we do have, moving forward, emotionally, and we have the Three of Swords on top of that. I don't know if some of you are having to move forward because something significant fell apart in your life that did cause heartbreak to you. But like the wheel of fortune is changing, it's turning. Some of you could have had something fall apart with a King of Cups figure. Well, let's talk about that. Clarity on the King of Cups. Snake. Maybe who acted like a hidden enemy to you. But I feel like if somebody was your enemy, something will fall apart regarding them. Clarity on the Three of Swords. Ace of Cups. So, emotionally moving on from heartbreak into an emotional new beginning. And, you know, like we have the Ace of Cups and the Lovers, like, you're going to have some kind of opportunity at mutual love, a significant connection. Let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune. If nothing else, a brand new emotional beginning, moving away from things that have been really rough for you. We've got the Sun. The Wheel of Fortune is turning and turning for blessings towards you. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Sun. You know, it does seem like things have been hard, but things are not going to stay that way. You're new beginning, real blessings. You know, the universe creating blessings for you. So if somebody did act as your enemy and a structure burned down and broke down because of them, you know, don't be afraid to take a leap towards something that will be, better for you. Advice on this snake. Four of Wands. Something has fallen apart. Something that was not structurally sound. Does not mean that you will not have something that is very structurally sound. Something where you can have... I feel like some of you have just dealt with heartbreak. And in the next 7 days, you're going to have an opportunity for things to become much more stable. You know, like... It can be hard to lose, but, you know, sometimes it's a good thing if we lose somebody who's acting as an enemy to us. Next, advice for the next 7 days. Two of Wands. Yeah, there's a decision that needs to be made about how to move forward. I see blessings in your future. I see new beginnings. I see moving on from heartbreak to... but you may have to, why it's a risk is you may not see everything that's in front of you. But I feel like you may have to have some faith that you're just going to be able to move forward into something that is much better for you. Yeah. Wish fulfillment. Like there's a lot of like ups and downs in these cards. I feel like, you know, you've dealt with something that has been rough with the Tower and the Three of Swords. That's rough, but your own personal happiness, your own personal emotional stability, that's going to manifest good things to you. It's worth taking the risk, even if you can't see what's in front of you. Because what you do deserve is somebody that is going to be honest and clear, and real with you. This is a victory. So just know that even if you don't know what's ahead of you, you're not going to always not know. It's worth taking the risk to move forward. Clarity on the Two of Wands, Jack of Hearts, because it is going to lead to emotionally moving forward. It is going to possibly lead to an offer of real love and affection. Clarity on the Moon, Ten of Swords. You may have a lot of confusion and fear because of a betrayal that you have received, a betrayal that led to heartbreak, but literally the end of this cycle and the beginning of a new one. End of getting stabbed in the back, and one in which everything's clear. Everything, So it is hard not to be afraid when you've been hurt. But it is worth moving forward emotionally so that you can receive the happiness and wish fulfillment that you genuinely deserve, the healing and balance that you genuinely deserve. Any advice on this Ten of Swords for the gorgeous pile number 4? This betrayal has been something that maybe you're holding on to. But it is something that, it may be something that's been a really big burden for you. But you don't really need to be carrying those burdens. There is an opportunity for you to release this. Start a new adventure. Advice for the next 7 days. Only deal with people who are honest, straightforward, and act in integrity. So when we're hurt pretty bad, we don't want it to happen again. So we actually do fixate on it because we're trying to figure out how to not make it happen again. One is maybe don't deal with the same person or situation. Accept your well-earned praise. Like, you're going to receive something that is well-earned for you. Something in which you will be seen, that you can... even if you're only being seen and praised by the universe, I feel like you're in a place where it's okay to take a risk even if in the past you've been hurt. Right now, stay in the present and don't get too far ahead in the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled in each moment. So I feel like there's a need, even though you've had some pretty significant pain in your past, I think that you need to concentrate on the now, because now is when you can take action. Now is when you can have manifestation. Now is when everything happens. And your now doesn't need to look like your past. Hope. I feel like you may not see everything in front of you right now, but it is worth taking the risk. It is worth moving forward. It is worth having hope. But you can have hope. You can have healing. New beginnings are literally just abounding for you. Be good to people. It all comes back to you. And I feel like you have been good to people. You may not have always received that back. The universe is trying to reward you. Award you what you deserve to have. That's why, you know, taking a risk is going to lead to you moving on to calmer waters. I feel like things don't need to stay this hard. And you're going to have an opportunity to start over. We've got the cowboy hat, which, you know, of course, is a cowboy hat, so may be significant to where you're from or Westerns, but also I feel like it is about confidence. And we have the martini glass. Now, the martini glass can be celebrating, but it also can be, you know, making, but there could be a component of overindulgence. Let's see. Two of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there may be some kind of choice that needs to be made in that area. And we've also got good fortune. Again, if you have been giving out goodness is trying to come back to you. Even if that is not always what you've received. If you've received betrayal and heartbreak, I feel like the universe wants you to be present in the now so that, you know, that you can receive the healing that, you know, they're trying to give to you. But, you know, you may have to make a choice to go forward. You may have to take some kind of risk, only to, like, maybe just to open yourself up to somebody that can be trusted. But just know that not everything is going to stay this hard. And that you have a brand new beginning and things being clearer, you know, dealing with better integrity and people, you know, just. So I feel like this whole pile is about hope for you. So it is scary, but you're moving towards being awarded, you know, like, hope in your case is going to be well-founded because there's wish fulfillment. I just feel like you're just being asked to be more in the now so that you can have your new emotional beginnings, that you can have reciprocal, healthy love and relationships. Not because whatever happened didn't happen, but because we need to, it's more important that you're good, that you're safe, that you move on to bigger and better for yourself, which you absolutely deserve. So I hope that this helps you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 8,000 subscribers. So be subscribed and comment, and you are in the running for that. I deeply appreciate you. If you want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. I don't solicit you in the comments. If that happens, it's absolutely not me. So just make sure that you contact me that way, and if you want to be in on the giveaway, make sure you're subscribed and you comment. Thank you.